Welcome to the program. I'm Mark Imperial. This is another special business spotlight on real estate in the Nashville, Tennessee area. I'm here with special guest, managing broker Starling Davis from the Starling Davis Group based out of Nashville. Starling, welcome to the program.
Thank you so much.
Please tell us a little bit about your particular business and the type of folks that you like to help.
Well, we've been in business for over 35 years. I have been as an agent, and my team has been with me about 15 years. We sell about $50 million a year, which is fairly good for Nashville. Some years we push it up to 75. It is a great year here right now. We've had the largest volume of closings that have ever taken place in this part of the country in June, July, and August. And obviously that has a whole lot to do with interest rates, which are phenomenal here. So it's a buying market. I personally don't limit myself to a price range. I have friends that have children just out of college, they're first-time home buyers. I have people that go all the way up to 10 million. So we don't specify in any particular number. I personally do a lot of work in the medical community and then with the large corporations that have clients moving here. My average sales price is probably about $2 million. But again, we take people that are smaller because it's part of giving back to the community and helping people start their lives. So, we're honored for any price point.
Right on.
And love the area that we're in and the market we're in, which is phenomenal.
I'm definitely going to ask you about that, some more particulars about it, but let's get the elephant out of the room. The pandemic, how has that affected your area in real estate specifically?
That's a good question to pose. It hadn't really affected us here. I think we had a little bit of slowdown in March. Our spring market started around the 1st of May, but everybody's got on masks and we're doing a lot of Zoom calls and we're showing property. We are doing more virtual tours, and so that's good. And I personally myself bought a home out of state that is going to be a family vacation home, but I bought it by virtual tour. And in markets like Nashville and in markets like Florida and other parts of the country, sometimes people just don't have time to get in. And some of our properties sell on the first day. If they're the right price, they do. If they're overpriced, obviously they don't. And so it's a great market here.
Yeah, let's talk about that a little bit. Tell me a little bit about what makes the Nashville area so hot right now. What are the biggest benefits?
Well, we're known as the friendliest city in the nation, and we have so much wonderful industry coming in here. You've got, I don't know if you're aware, but you have Amazon, which is huge here. We have a lot of different satellite companies here. Nashville itself is large, and the geographic area is large in automotive, in insurance, in healthcare, in banking. There are a lot of different businesses that spin off from automotive and all those other ones. So, and as far as it being a great place to live, we just have a good way of life. We have good school systems. We have some counties that are stronger than others. Williamson County is adjacent to Davidson County, which is the Nashville, Brentwood, Franklin area. And Williamson County's public school system is the #1 in the state. We have music, and even though we don't have a lot of live music right now, with people coming to events, our music is still going on.
Starling, what got you inspired to get into real estate? What inspired you?
Oh my gosh, I'm not sure you want to hear this story. I
Please.
became a single parent. I had 2 in diapers, and I decided that probably a good way for me to balance things and to provide for my family was to go into real estate. And the woman that I partnered with and my mentor, when I first went into the business, I was her first house sale. And we were together probably, I would say 25 years. We just had a great business together, and I did it out of financial need. So my first year in the business, I made $5,000. And in the second year in the business, I think I made 35. And fortunately, it's ratcheted up for me because I had two girls that I wanted to do the very best I could for. And I wanted to have a good education and a good home. And that was my motivation, to take care of them.
That's a fantastic story. Starling, with that said, what is your number one piece of advice for somebody that's considering Nashville today? What sage advice would you give them?
Well, I think everybody goes online and does their research. And I think people, depending upon where you move, whether it's to Florida or Nashville or to uh, any state, Chicago, your area, I think you have to do a lot of homework. If the school systems are important to you, you need to do the research and the rankings on those. I think technology is the biggest piece. And then after you have the technology, I have my thoughts and theories in regards to, if you have a good agent where you are and you need an outgoing referral and you're coming to Nashville, call me. If you are going someplace else in some other city, I would get a list of the people, the top brokers there, and then I would interview and I would find out who would be a good fit. And I'm doing that right now for a client that lives in Kentucky that wants to move to Scottsdale. And so I've been interviewing agents and trying to do the very best I could for my clients. So if you've got people that want to move here, I would align myself with somebody after I'd interviewed, whether it be in Nashville, Franklin, Chicago, San Francisco. Uh, Rely on your agent that you're comfortable with there to help you find a great agent where you're going.
That's terrific. And for our listeners who'd like to get a hold of you and learn more, perhaps work with you, how can they find you?
Well, you can go online and Google Starling Davis. I think I'm the only Starling Davis in the country because the name is really strange. You can, I'm glad for you to call me. My Gmail is my name, starlingdavis@gmail.com. And then my cell number, and I do always answer it, or if I'm online, I'll send you a text. That number is 615-485-6047.
You have a wonderful name. And
Oh,
thank you
thank
so
you.
much. I really appreciate you taking the time and sharing with my listeners today. I wish you continued success for you and for all of your clients.
Well, I'm honored and I so appreciate you contacting me.
I'm Mark Imperial, and we'll see you again for another great business spotlight. Take care.